Hello and welcome back to part 25 of Let's Play Empire Earth 2 with your host as always, Mah-Dry-Bread. This is the second from final episode, so once again the voting for what Let's Play will do next is going on right now. You can see what games are in the description, remember one vote per person, and just vote in the comments. Now, we're going to be doing the two turning point missions here. You can do them from either side. First we're in Normandy. I'm going to pick the Germans, so this is basically D-Day. I'm picking the Germans because I think that there aren't very many games where you actually get to play the German side of D-Day, and I think it's a lot more interesting to have a defense mission than an assault mission. Also, as you can see from Continue Game here, I've been playing this mission a bit. I've been testing it because these are difficult missions, the Turning Points ones. So it's pretty difficult, but it's somewhat short in that the entire stage has a 15-minute time limit. So we're going to be talking tactics right after the cutscene.
In November of 1943, the German army began to fortify the coast of France in anticipation of an Allied assault. Field Marshal Erwin Rommel, the Desert Fox himself, was given the task of overseeing the construction of the Atlantic Wall. Concrete bunkers, landmines, tank obstacles, machine gun nests, and barbed wire were placed along the beaches in massive numbers. Although the Germans did not know exactly where the Allies would land, they knew the Allies would land in force. American, Canadian, British, and Free French forces had been assembled at staging areas in England, expecting to launch an invasion sometime in May. Although poor weather delayed the invasion, the go was finally given for the morning of June 6, 1944. In the dark of the pre-dawn morning, American and British paratroopers were flown deep behind enemy lines to drop onto an unsuspecting enemy and capture and hold critical objectives. In the Channel, a huge armada was underway, bound for the beaches of Normandy. As dawn broke, the greatest amphibious assault in the history of the world had begun.
Alright, this is a pretty different mission, so I'm just going to skip through that, pause it, and explain to you how this works. We have a 15-minute time limit. By the end of the 15 minutes, all we have to do is have held every French territory, so all 5 city centers. Even though they don't have adjacent lands, all they need to do to capture a territory is take the city center. So, all along here is the beach, and they attack always across the water, is where they do landing parties. Now, one thing you won't really know until you've actually played the stage before is exactly where they're going to attack most of the time, and I feel like it's kind of unfair trying to beat this on your first attempt, just because you don't know where they're coming from. You'd think it'd be kind of evenly spread. It's really not. In fact, almost every single attack that they do happens right around here. They put some pressure over here, but most of the people who are giving pressure will just keep walking along, and they usually come out here or here. So really you just need defenses right here, and right here. Those are really only the places they attack. In fact, down here you can keep it almost completely undefended, because they will only ever send one attack down here, and by the time they send it, you should have enough forces over here, which is the main area where we're going to be making most of our troops. You can just send a platoon down there to take care of it. Also, every once in a while you get armor reinforcements, which appear around here. So again, you can send it right there and it helps, although it's usually just a tank and a couple of riflemen. Also, we're not going to be you don't get any tech in this, and you don't get resources through conventional means. By that I mean you get engineers, not citizens, so they can't actually collect resources, they just build, they repair. So, oh, and they're free, by the way, they just cost population. The first thing you want to do, break the people into groups. I want group 5 here to just build a road, so my troops can get to here faster, because this is going to be one of the points that we want to mass up troops. I don't want any extra people there. I would like you, though, for 2 barracks. Get all the military buildings. This is also the most well-defended province, because it actually starts with a fortress, which most don't. And we're gonna have field artillery there, for now. I'm picking field artillery because it's cheaper. Early on, you're gonna run out of gold very quickly, but quickly you're going to realize... We need 4 over here. Quickly you're gonna realize that the real problem is gold. Because all the really good troops cost gold. That's why we're actually getting mortars for infantry, because they're the only infantry that don't cost gold, and we want to save that gold for our German unique tanks. As that's our real advantage here. So, mortars. Also, have at least 1 citizen at each area so you can build a road, just to speed up how quickly you get your units out there. It will very much be worth it. And this is the place you probably need to defend the least. I don't think it ever got attacked in my test run. So, I just have that producing the unique tanks. And, I don't think I even need an engineer over here. I'm not going to bother putting one there. Now, what we want to do is, we only need to really pause one more time, and that's when the first person comes out here. So, be ready with your idle citizen button. You can see already, they're attacking with a pretty big force. Also, the coastal defenses, damn near useless. They do just about nothing. I'm gonna keep him here for now. And I'm actually going to use him just to wait until I have... wait until I have the resources for... Sorry, I keep getting distracted. Till I get the resources to, Here's the one I was looking for. To wait until I get the resources to build a fortress. Also, you'll notice that I don't have the hotkey set up, or I don't have the waypoint set up to, like, put them up here on the front line. We actually want them to be, like, back here, or here, depending on where you're going to be putting the bulk of your stuff, because this base will get hit hard early on. Also, you guys are going to be hotkey 6, and these are going to be the people building the majority of the military buildings. And again, as you can see, wood is a problem early on, but pretty quickly it ceases to be a problem. And there we go, we just got a big shipment of wood. Manufacturing plants are also something that we want to mass produce, because that's what's going to be getting us our tanks. Okay, we have all the engineers we need for now. And their tech should be getting pretty close, yet they took out that machine gun entrenchment, which is to be expected. And they're probably going to kill all the troops here initially. You guys can build a fortress up there at some point. Also, roads are incredibly important. See, they're already attacking here very hard. Now, we only really need 2 factories. Factories are where we get our artillery. We want a lot of barracks, and we want a lot of manufacturing facilities. Our field artillery is good, but we don't need it in abundance. Also, upgrading the mortars is a good idea. And these tanks take goddamn forever to make. Just pro tip. That'll be good for later. There we go, that's what we need. Upgrade those right away. Those tanks are incredibly powerful. It's definitely the best thing we've got. reinforcements, I'm going to send them over here for whenever that gets attacked. And as you can see, we're already fighting that off pretty well. Also, enemy uses a lot of medics. I'm not going to use any medics. Really, it's a waste of population and resources, because very soon, population will become a problem, but resources won't. So it's better to kind of keep throwing people at them if you're able to mass produce as quickly as you need to. Also, upgrading to veteran mortars early. Do all the upgrades very early, since you're not going to be making many different kinds of troops. We're going to make another few manufacturing facilities, too. And as you can see, we've pretty much cleaned up this attack. There are a bunch of people out there who aren't really doing anything yet. They're getting distracted with stuff they don't need to be distracted with. That's just giving us more time to build up to hit them. Alright, and we're ready to move over and take care of those ones now. And soon we'll have the resources. Again, food is now an issue, because all the units we're making require food. Yeah. Actually, does this require food? No? Okay, I'm gonna switch to self-propelled artillery for now, and I'm probably gonna switch back and forth between them as our requirements change. Also, I believe the Imperial Crown will always be held by the Allies. Reinforcements coming in the form of a battleship. That's just another good reason why you shouldn't get too close to the coast. Battleships hurt. And we're fighting off our forces pretty well. There we go. We don't want the enemies, or we don't want our people as they spawn to show up right in the middle of where they're shooting at. A fortress right around here will be a good idea at some point. Also, I think this is the force that usually goes down south. Oh no, that is. Okay. Resources are actually starting to become a problem just because we are using so much, Oh, they took out the fortress. Oh no, the fortress is still here. Yeah, the fortress will buy us a lot of much needed time. In fact, you two can prepare it. See, they're actually hitting here a lot harder than they did before. And self-propelled artillery kicks ass, it's just expensive. But right now it's better to conserve that food and make self-propelled artillery. If gold becomes a problem, we're going to switch back. And gold usually does become a problem almost at the halfway point of this stage. They're trying to slow down my tank production because the tanks do take a very long time to make. I'm actually going to build one right on the field here, because they're going to have to come through here if they want to attack me. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I want you guys to repair... Oh, they're... Oh, hey, yeah, we're good. I don't even really care about repairing this, honestly. I don't want to make troops out of it, so... Yeah, just build an outpost for more defense. Honestly, I think we just defended that whole place with a fortress. Speaking of fortresses, we're almost done with that. It's about time to move the troops forwards a bit. Alright, we fended that off. Well, they still have another force coming. Alright, we'll have to be careful. Got a couple more engineers just in case. I want to keep an eye on that. And it looks like we're doing fine for now. Oh, we're under attack over there now. You guys can take care of that, no issue. Yeah, you can take care of that. And I think we've got this taken care of already between the fortress and the outpost. Definitely. Yeah, we're mowing them down here. They're taking this pretty quickly, but... okay, here we go. Force 2. Also, engineers, you don't need to be here. No, I do still have a fortress there. I would like you to repair the fortress. And all of you can be hotkey 1. You're pretty much done with that. I'm gonna have you build another fortress right up there. Armored reinforcements have arrived. Good. See, usually I send a force down here. I didn't realize that that factory was going to be able to take care of it on its own. And this is all taken care of. And we've only got about 5 more minutes left. See, this mission is easily very, very difficult, but it looks like we took a lot better precautions than I was expecting. I didn't think it would go this smoothly. Alright, now that that's taken care of, you guys can go up here and get a fortress on the front line. Also, well, you've got that taken care of, and we have a shit ton of tanks over here. Have those already. In fact, you, yeah, build me a fortress right there. Alright, we're doing really good. You can back off. And, PopCap is probably going to become an issue soon. And resources aren't really an issue right now. I think this place is as defended as it's going to get, so we'll get rid of those people so they aren't taking up population. You're almost done repairing that, and after you're done repairing that, I want you to build an outpost, just in case another force slips by. The fortress is going to take a while to build with just one person. March over there, unpack. I should have done that a while ago. Looks like they're moving along the beach, but we already have preparations ready here. I think we've got this pretty well defended. I'm pretty sure they start going really hardcore with battleships at some point, but since the battleships can't actually make any, you know, progress on ground, we'll be good. Also, I'm kind of happy that they're attacking here of all places, because the fence is useful so they can't just slip people past when rushing, and also I have all kinds of long range right there to bombard them. And we're at our PopCap. I think we've got this in the bag. But yeah. Always be building more defenses if you have kind of a lull like this, because that doesn't take up population. So it's always good to have. And I don't think this place ever got attacked once. Or this place. This is why I say the left side of the map sees way more action than the right. And they've got all kinds of engineers just doing nothing. I think they do build, like, barracks and stuff on your lands if they take over a province, which would be really dangerous. Because, like, as if they don't drop in enough troops. We're now past our PopCap thanks to that, which is good. We're supply blocked, but it's the good kind of supply blocked, where it's the most you can possibly have on this map. So yeah, this mission's really hard to someone playing for the first time, because you really need to know where they attack and what kind of troops you need to get. But after that, not so bad. If you've played it before and you know what to do, it's not that bad a mission. In fact, I think it's a pretty fun one. I wish the campaign had more missions like this, where it's kind of short and sweet, just 15 minutes, and it's a fun, action-packed one. I think that's really fun for a campaign. I keep looking over here and I'm like, oh no, enemies are coming! No, it's like a tank and a bunch of engineers. Guess I might as well make more outposts. You only have 2 minutes left. This battleship's sitting there doing nothing. think he's slowly whittling away at one of our tanks. That's about it. Just putting up all kinds of defenses, just in case. It's funny, usually in these defense missions and RTSs, right in the last minute, it's just utter chaos, where you're just trying to hold on as long as you can, and you're probably not going to make it, because they're just sending so much stuff at you. Not really in this one. We've got it pretty much locked down. In fact, I feel like there's a lot less troops coming at us now than ever. I think by this point they kind of expected that, the player would be like, that all the allies would already be on their land and they'd be like struggling, sending troops left and right frantically to just kill a few troops to stop them from capping a city and, you know, just be in chaos, basically. And you see, they're still dropping troops, but, like, some tanks, they have a few, like, battleships. Some elite destroyers, which are strong, but again, you can't capture my land with a ship. So, yeah. It's not a perfect mission or anything, but it is definitely one of the funner ones. So I'm happy that at least it's ending on a good note. Although, I have not played tomorrow's mission yet, or... yeah, it'd be tomorrow. This is going to be uploaded on a Thursday. Tomorrow's episode, which will be the final one, I'm extremely excited for, and I really hope it's not a bad level. Because it mixes into some of my favorite things of all time, which is history. And by history, I mean the entire game mixed into history, but this one mixes into Chinese history.
Germany has thrown the Allies back into the sea. Operation Overlord has turned out to be an utter fiasco, costing countless Allied men and equipment. It will take months, perhaps years, before the Allies can once again attempt an invasion. Germany's hold on Europe remains secure.
I like how they try and make it sound evil, the biased assholes. We did great for military. I guess that's something. Alright, on the next episode, Three Kingdoms. Some of my favorite history ever is Han Dynasty Chinese history. And next episode, we get to do a battle of, it says of the Three Kingdoms, but that's just kind of what people refer to the era as. We're doing a single battle within it, between Wei and Wu, and I don't believe we're going to be doing like an actual, an actual historical battle that we have documents of. I'm pretty sure it's just, it puts the two countries there and you pit against each other, so we get to pick between Wei and Wu. Without a doubt, I'm picking Wei, because of the entire Han Dynasty, that was my absolute favorite, I guess you would call rulership? It wasn't really a country, it was a faction within China. They all kind of were. They were large factions ruled by different warlords. But Wei is by far my favorite, so we're going to be playing as them. I hope that episode's good, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Until next time, have a nice day.